Welcome back to our continuing series on becoming an evidence-based analyst.
In the previous tutorial,
we discussed the first step in evidence-based analysis, ask an answerable question. This step develops a claim that can be examined using evidence. I presented how the 4 different types of claims might be applied to examine the question, is spinach always better for your health than chocolate? In this tutorial, we will be performing a deeper analysis of this claim. We will examine the evidence presented to support the claim and a potential reservation proposed by conflicting evidence. Finally, we will conduct our own analysis using Google Scholar. We will conclude with a summary of the 2 parts of the method of asking an answerable question. Each slide in this presentation will provide information on a key concept of evidence-based analysis, or EBA for short. This presentation will advance automatically from slide to slide. Therefore, you may want to pause the playback to reflect upon the information provided or to take notes on what you learned about the presented concepts. First, let's review where we left off in the last tutorial. The claim, spinach will improve your health more than chocolate, is a designative claim. It designates which causal factors, spinach, are likely to have a more substantive impact on a desired outcome, health in this case. You should note that this claim implies that spinach will always improve your health more than chocolate because it doesn't provide any conditional limitations, such as the presence of a chronic disease. Designative claims can be debated based on the probability or size of the predicted effect. We can test the claim shown by examining the relative influence that spinach and chocolate have on health. Because this designative claim was proposed to be absolute, spinach always improves health more than chocolate, any health condition which would benefit more from eating chocolate would invalidate the claim. If we are unable to invalidate the claim, it does not mean that we have proved the claim to be correct. We could simply have not found evidence that counters the claim, or we only found confirming evidence. No amount of confirming evidence is sufficient to prove a claim is correct. However, even one piece of evidence that invalidates the claim may be sufficient to disprove a claim, if the evidence is of high quality. So, would you agree that spinach is always better for your health than chocolate? Your decision should depend on examining the reasoning for why the claim should be true. This reasoning is called the warrant, because it provides a warranty that seeks to guarantee that the claim should be true. The warrant backs the claim by providing an explanation for why the claim should be found to be true when examined by evidence. This backing can be provided in the form of a simple statement, as we show here. Spinach can be thought of as a healthy green that is full of vitamins, antioxidants, and minerals. But this is just one person expressing their opinion. When examining the backing used to support the premise or warrant of a claim, we must consider what sources of bias might exist. The greater the potential or impact of bias, the lower the quality of the backing, providing the reasoning that supports the claim. We will be more closely examining the types of backing used to support a warrant in a future tutorial. Let's now take a look at one example of a warrant provided by a website that used the second best quality backing, a comparison of results across several prior studies examining the health benefits of spinach. The My Body and Soul website provides several explanations for why spinach improves health beyond the definitive claim that it contains important nutrients. They summarize study findings showing positive relationships with eyesight and muscle efficiency. They also cite negative correlations with the risk of cancer and aging. A negative correlation means that the effect is inverse. As the causal factor increases, the outcome factor decreases, or vice versa. In this case, spinach inversely impacts cancer. The more spinach you eat, the less a tumor will grow or the risk you will have skin cancer. Similarly, anti-aging effects indicate an inverse relationship or negative correlation between spinach and aging. Further down the page, My Body and Soul offers reasons why you may not want to eat spinach. Notice that the backing supporting a warrant for the claim also suggests that there might be conditions where spinach is not beneficial to health. Conditions that restrict where or when a claim may be valid are referred to as reservations. We should recognize that the risk is higher for a claim to be invalid when reservations exist. Furthermore, a reservation condition implies that an alternative claim may be stated. The reservation claim may outright refute the claim for all conditions, or may refute the claim under certain specified conditions. Let's examine now some backing for the health benefits of chocolate that may provide a reservation for the claim, spinach will improve your health more than chocolate.
It's here! The excuse you've been waiting for to eat all the chocolate that you want in the world. Here is my ode to dark chocolate. Hey everyone, Lacey Green here for D News. Anyone who knows me knows that the way to my heart is dark chocolate. Most of us know that chocolate is sacred, but the problem is most people eat milk chocolate. Milk chocolate is evil. It cannot be compared to dark chocolate. It has a lot more sugar and a lot less actual cocoa, whereas dark chocolate is like Walter White's blue meth of the chocolate world. But unlike meth, you should totally eat dark chocolate for so many reasons, my friend. So many delicious reasons. A new study coming out of Italy has found that dark chocolate can significantly improve our ability to walk, particularly for older people who have peripheral artery disease. This is a disease that slows down your blood flow, which is not good. 2 hours after eating 85% dark chocolate, the participants were able to walk 11% further and 15% longer than their milk chocolate eating counterparts. Previous studies have found that the flavonoids in dark chocolate stimulate the lining of your arteries to produce nitric oxide. Nitric oxide relaxes the arteries and therefore slightly improves blood flow and slightly lowers blood pressure. But that's not the only reason dark chocolate is all kinds of good for your heart. Scientists have found over and over that cocoa can drastically reduce the risk of heart disease. In a 15-year study of elderly men, a study in the Archives of Internal Medicine found that regular cocoa consumption was connected to a 50% drop in heart disease. 50%! And another study published in Clinical Nutrition saw a 32% drop in calcified plaque in the arteries when participants ate dark chocolate twice a week. Another study in that journal found a 57% drop in heart disease when dark chocolate was consumed at least 5 times a week. So basically, with my current chocolate habit, I am on the fast track to immortality, you guys. Dark chocolate has also been found to raise good cholesterol and lower bad cholesterol, improve cognitive function by increasing blood flow to the brain, and reduce sun damage by increasing blood flow to your skin. So as much as I wish this means you should eat dark chocolate for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, moderation is still key. Dark chocolate is loaded with antioxidants like flavonoids, polyphenols, and catechins, as well as lots of fiber, iron, and magnesium.
This video suggested a reservation claim. Dark chocolate may be beneficial to spinach under certain conditions. Whenever you analyze a claim, you should try to find or conceive of reservations about that claim. This is what we mean by critical thinking. Under what conditions might the claim not be true? These conditions are likely to be those that invalidate a premise of the claim. The healthy benefits of spinach were based on the premise that it contains vitamins, antioxidants, and minerals. But what if these attributes, the definitive claim of spinach, might not be as beneficial in comparison with other foods when people have a chronic illness, such as cardiovascular disease? However, all we have right now are competing claims based on warrants that support 2 different arguments about the comparative health benefits of spinach and dark chocolate. To make a confident decision on the likely truth of a claim, we must examine the evidence. Now let's look at how you could locate studies similar to those described in the video we just watched to conduct your own evidence-based analysis of the claim, spinach will improve your health more than chocolate. The reservations presented in the second video suggest a revision to the original claim statement is warranted. By searching for dark chocolate, in quotes so that we find that entire phrase, spinach, the quote, cardiovascular health, and experiment, we can find studies that could help us answer the question, when might dark chocolate be more beneficial to your health than spinach? This is a more accurate answerable question that could consider the conditions under which spinach or dark chocolate may be more beneficial to health. In summary, to develop an answerable question that can be examined using evidence-based analysis, we begin by stating the question with a verb that signifies the type of claim we wish to develop. If we would like to develop a designative claim, we begin with when, where, which, how, or why. If we would like to develop a definitive claim, we ask a question that begins with what or who, in order to discover the indicators or the traits that define a factor. An example of a designative claim would be, how can career strategies increase my perceived employability? By asking the question in this manner, we can identify the factors, career strategies, and perceived employability that we wish to connect using the claim. Career strategies being the causal factor and perceived employability being the outcome factor. Secondly, we develop a claim after reviewing a study providing an explanatory model that warrants the claim. We would begin by searching Google Scholar using those key terms that were identified in the answerable question. As you see below, career strategies, perceived employability, and the word model would identify a warrant that could support our claim. When searching the findings in Google Scholar, you will notice that these words show up in bold. This will be covered in our next tutorial, where we'll be examining how to assess the quality of studies that can support a claim. Have a great week.